Hello beautiful and welcome, no, what? Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my bullshit. My name is Sybil. I drank 2 cups of coffee back to back before filming this, and I can feel it kicking in. So today I decided that I would do women writing men. Now I recently did men writing women, y'all really enjoyed it, but it made me think like I've read fanfics before, I've read novels before. I know it can be pretty bad on the other side of things too, and luckily there's a subreddit just like the men writing women. The only problem is this one's not nearly as active, so I filtered through their top posts and I picked ones that weren't too vulgar to put on the internet, because there are some that would get this video either age restricted or taken down, and I cannot include those. And if you saw the last one, we did some pretty vulgar ones and there was some that were worse. Honestly though, I don't think anything's gonna haunt me ever again like Moo did. All right, let's jump into women writing men. So this first one's a 2-parter from the same book. Maybe it is a bit sexual because there's something very hot, very, very hard, very, very, very big pressing against my ass. It's the progression of very, 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 very big. Oh, that's just so awkward. Oh wait, the last sentence, Jack probably needs to pee. Don't men get hard in the mornings? Oh my god, that's so uncomfortable. Why are we even doing this? Oh. The title says from my sister's romance novel, which makes this almost worse because that means you're reading what your sister is reading, and oh god, no, I don't even want to think about the consequences of that sentence. But the next page of the same book, I don't even want to. Okay. I try to slip out from under Jack's massive biceps, but he resists in his sleep. My heart races when he hums something into my nape, fingers gripping my hip. That hard fling pushes into me, trying to nestle farther between the cheeks of my ass. Oh, and I gasp. Oh god, no, 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 no. It's written like a fucking One Direction fanfic. This makes me even more uncomfortable than the men writing women. At least with the men writing women, I can make a joke of it, but with this one, it's just straight up uncomfy, like weird smut. Not all of them are this vulgar. I think this might be one of the more vulgar ones, by the way, so if you're uncomfortable, don't worry. You'll get uncomfortable in different ways soon enough. It's the words that they use. Something. Thing. You know what it is.
Say it out loud. Say it.
Pénis.
A thing is somehow worse than a member. A member's bad too though. Members only club, you know those members only jackets that were popular? What if like, that's what it meant, was like members only? That's a stupid joke, Sybil. Oh my god, I just realized the chapter title is Heat Transfer. Oh, I'm cringing, I'm cringing. I'm not making fun of people who like to read this, by the way. Do what you do. Obviously this wouldn't exactly be my cup of tea.
Nice.
Is that Void? She came to me. She's not being tortured. She came to me. We now have a void in the room. Yay. Sorry, I remember this one, this next one. He was an extravagantly obese man of 64. A great apron of stomach fell so far down in front of his thighs that most people thought instantly of his penis when they first clapped eyes on him. Wondering when he had last seen it, how he washed it, how he managed to perform any of the acts for which a penis is designed. If your first thought when seeing anyone is how do you wash your dick, please speak to someone. Not about how to wash their dick, like don't go ask them. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, you know what, I will, this one's definitely a point for women writing men subreddit, because this is some strange writing and strange thought process. The fact that they said most people thought instantly, no, unless you've built a world designed around thinking about people's members, no, not in this world, not in this life. I can promise you, I have never had that thought, especially not instantly. Most people? Who is most people? Because it's not me. Am I the minority in this? Oh, just don't keep thinking about it. Maybe move on, Sybil. It's okay, you read it. You don't have to keep talking about it. You can move on, it's okay. Most people. And straight guys already willingly hang out with each other shirtless. Call it a primal way of sizing each other up. Yeah, air. Hey fellas, do you just hang around shirtless with your best friends so you can stare at each other's shirtless bodies and size up who has bigger biceps and bigger pecs? I mean, that's what the ladies are doing. Somebody's gonna take that seriously, I'm just kidding. All the comments on this post are men being like, or maybe it's really hot out. This gives the vibe of like those trad wives on TikTok where they think like men are primal beings. Same with alpha men, but since we're talking about women who do it, and view them as nothing but like household makers and leaders. This gives that energy of thinking like if they see another shirtless man, their mind just goes to like sizing them up and trying to be bigger and trying to be better. It's just so strange. He struggled out of the bath, his bottom squeezing against the enamel, and stood, his tomato scrotum hanging long and steaming. His balls are really red and steaming, so they're tomato scrotum. I just have to say the visual that this gave, I hate the describer, but that's not the worst. Like, it certainly paints the picture. I'm seeing what she's saying. I just wish I wasn't. Also, I'm just imagining like literal steam coming off the balls, and I'm not talking shower steam. Like, I'm imagining kitchen food steaming now because we're talking about tomatoes. I'm imagining like steamed buns where the steam is just coming out of the steamer. And so now I'm imagining his scrotum is just engulfed, like desolation of smog. Jimmy and Craig. Who the fuck is named Craig? I'm sorry. If your name is Craig, my apologies. I've never heard that before. Craig? If there's a Craig in the chat, let me know. Jimmy and Craig took to hanging out together at lunch hour. And then, not every day. They weren't gay or anything, but at least twice a week after school. Fellas, is it gay to hang out with your best friend? I like how this author puts a timeline on how much is too much, but they're like almost to the line, but they're not crossing it, so they're not gay. This goes back to like the trad wife and like the fucking women that believe in the alpha man standpoint where they're like, if you're too close with another man, you're gay. And it's like, no, maybe they're friends. Can people not have friends anymore? Is that just out the door? It's gay? It's not gay to have friends. Or, I mean, it could be if you're gay and you're into the friend, then I guess it would be gay, but that doesn't seem to be the situation. She would never forget the look on Jeffrey's face the first time he'd seen the balance in her trading account. Sarah had actually heard the squeaking groan of his testicles retracting into his body. It had taken a hell of a lot of suction to get them back out again. What the fuck? There's so much to say, but the last sentence, suction to get them back out again, like suctioning them back out? Or are we talking the suction of going back in? Because then you wouldn't suction them back out. I mean, I guess you like if you're talking about outwards, but the sentencing is just strange. I don't really... Anyway, there's much more that's worse about this than that. I don't know why that's what I landed on. So the idea that this woman is making more money, which I will say there are men that do sometimes get upset about that. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it, obviously. Not everyone, but there are men who do. But the wording emasculating him by being like, his balls retracted back inside of himself. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop emasculating people based on something so fucking small, like somebody having a bank account. I mean, there are some men who would feel emasculated by that, but it's the way she wrote it, of being like, from this girl's perspective, she could hear his balls squeaking back in. Oh my god, that's a bad one. That's just the sentence, you know, that's my worst, that's my biggest thing with this one, is just the wording. Hey, little bat. Literally the title of this says, because having a lot of money equals emasculation. I'm glad, I didn't see that before I said that, but I'm glad I saw that. It feels like I hit the nail on the head. Perfect. So the title of this next one is New Gems from Your Favorite Femme Incel Sub, LMAO. Yes, there are femcels. If you were curious, that is a thing. Growing a beard is usually a strategy to hide weak facial structure. You sure as hell know they're hiding their no neck, double chin, and lack of forward growth under it. The only guy that I see has potential to look somewhat attractive without the beard is one in the top left corner. Okay, I know we often have talked on this channel about how like women don't dress for men. Women don't have to wear makeup for men. Women are allowed to do things for themselves, and it goes the same way. Some guys want to grow a beard. For some guys, it's like a point of pride that they can grow that much like facial hair, and I know that because I've had guy friends literally tell me that. They're like, yeah, most guys can't grow this kind of beard, and they're like proud of it. Hell yeah, Be proud of something about your physicality. That's totally fine. Not everything has to go back to like trying to be attractive to appease somebody else. I did have a friend tell me that like his beard was makeup for his face, but then I've also had friends when they shave their beard where they have a cut jawline, they just choose to have a beard because that's just their preferred aesthetics. And also, it's not a bad thing if somebody wants to grow a beard because they're insecure about their facial structure. I don't understand how that's a negative thing. It's something that makes them feel better, so therefore they do it. So the title of this next one is I Have Not Once Eaten in My Bathroom. This is from Shareably's 60 Pics Men and Women Are from Different Planets. 21. You don't usually want to know. When you find half-eaten food in the bathroom, you just pick it up with a paper towel and forget about it. Men like to eat in the bathroom. It's weird and it often repulses women, but they have their reasons. First of all, nobody has their reasons. If you are bringing a meal into the fucking bathroom and taking a chomp while you're literally shitting and then setting it down on the counter and then letting somebody else find it later where they're supposed to silently pick it up and throw it away, that is revolting. The idea of eating in the bathroom to me is gross in general. I will say that. The whole idea is gross to me. But what makes it so much worse is the idea that it is affecting somebody else. Because let's say you live alone and you want to eat your slice of like pizza on the toilet. That only affects you, right? It grosses me out thinking about it, but that's a you thing. That only affects you. But if you go into the bathroom, eat half your pizza slice, and then leave it on the counter for somebody to then find later and have to pick it up and throw it away for you, that one's actually getting me gagging. I usually don't get that grossed out by things on here. That one is actually that one's pretty nasty. Okay, I have to ask to the wives and girlfriends of men out there, have you had a partner do that? And to the men that watch the channel, do you do that? Because from the comments, they're like, no, this is ridiculous. But I feel like I have to ask now. I have to know the truth. When he rocked back on his heels at last, he licked his lips and gazed up at Jake, looking pleased with himself. You taste better than beer and barbecue, he said, stroking Jake's hip. You taste better than beer and barbecue. If somebody ever said that to me, I think I would cry. Now listen, barbecue banging, beer banging, not something I associate with kissing nor sex, and I doubt these people do either. It really does feel like the stereotype of like a farm man, and it just makes it better how I'm pretty sure this is a gay couple in this one too, which is just extra funny of like the country gay couple making out and being like, you taste better than beer and barbecue. It's a woman writing this country gay couple and including that line, and it just... Another thing that's different in this subreddit is a lot of people didn't actually put the books down, so there is no way for me to actually know for sure if this is women writing men, but I'm gonna take it off faith that the people who post all of this are like being honest. I don't really know why they wouldn't be. It's just that I can't give you guys the book titles like I typically can because they don't remember them except for like one or two. Brian walked to the front door to greet me. We shook hands and hugged. Go ahead. Call me a girl, but he's my best friend and I haven't seen him in over 2 weeks. Fellas, does it make you a girl to hug a guy? It's just once again like the emasculating and the making fun of somebody for just hugging their friend that a woman is writing, and that is disappointing, and I'm sorry that people look at you as gay if you show affection. That's not cool. It's just so ridiculous. Now this last one is a satire one, but I think it perfectly wraps up this subreddit just like we did on the last one with the satire one. Perfectly really wraps it up. Me writing about men like bad male authors write about women. He charged into the room, pert testicles bouncing gaily. I saw a scar and wondered if he had a vasectomy. He opened his plump lips full of promise, but annoying words came out, something about a football match. Now, this tweet is satire, but as we just saw from what we just read and went over, that's kind of how these women wrote these men. Shall we go back to barbecue and beer? Shall we go back to gaily hugging a best friend? Shall we go back to tomato steaming scrotum? I really don't want to. I'd actually like to avoid that. So with that, I'm gonna say thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe if you want to, and please like the video. It helps me out. Unless you didn't like it, then I guess don't. But then I don't know why you watched this far, honestly. And with all that being said, if I take... I'll take my phone. At this point, I'm taking my phone. All right, bye guys, see ya.